welcome back to the Yonkers Raceway paddock, everyone. Frank Drucker, glad to be with you, and spend a few minutes with one of our leading drivers, Jordan Stratton. We catch him between races on our first Friday of the season to talk about our first Sunday of the season, obviously featuring the French races, the added distance, and the oversized field. First of all, so Happy New Year to you.
Thanks, Frank. Glad to be back.
Enjoy the time off?
Yeah, but I'm happy to be here.
The generic question, so we'll have this on record, New Year's resolutions?
Win a lot of races.
That's exactly what Matt DeCaley said. It's like you guys have scripted it out. All right, let's talk about a couple on Sunday. And let's start out with the veteran Elias Joy. I wish you won with last time. Actually, yeah, last early December. Remains as a claimer, now in for 20, but now it turns 11. He certainly didn't act like it the last time. He was very sharp, and now was he sharp enough in your eyes to handle a bump?
Yeah, I believe I two-moved him to the front, and he was well in hand at the wire. He really surprised me. You would never know. He was 10 at the time, now 11. Yeah. I think if he returns to his last start, it should be no problem.
A bit of an angle here, I guess. A lot of horses, obviously, because of our vacation, have had an unusual amount of time off without having qualified. But not a lot of them still keep it going at his age. More of a concern when you get one back who's kind of in double figures in years, coming back after 3-4 weeks or 5 weeks off now.
I mean, we'll never know until Sunday, but he seemed really sound. I don't think that's an issue, and maybe the time off will do him some good.
All right, that's post position 2 in the opener. I believe you're in the back of the bus in the second, and you are with a horse that's had a hard time minding his manners, and I don't believe you know a whole lot about, the Chocoholic from post 12.
I don't know much about this one. Probably just try to get a check, I think.
Okay, again, with this one, minding manners, for her has been job 1. Second tier obviously does her no favors, so I would think negotiating 4 turns, or in this case 5 turns, would be a starting point.
Yeah, like with the big fields, you never know what's going to happen, but obviously first thing, stay trotting and take the easiest route home.
This one, again, with the trotting hobbles, has been kind of a hit. A little bit of backlash to her, but lately spent more time having to get to the races than actually racing for money. One you know certainly more about in race number 3, the veteran Mugshot Jess from post 7.
Yeah, he's kind of in a tough spot being outside, and he's not the greatest off a layoff, so he's going to need a lot of luck this week.
With a horse like him, you said tough spot. Is there something maybe you want to see from him, or maybe you want to ask him when you're scoring him down to kind of get his mind on business?
Hopefully he trots all the way to the wire. He's better off running out of racetrack than running out of horse with the first start back off of a layoff, especially at the 7-hole in a 12-horse field. But he's an old-class horse. If they mix it up, maybe he can get some money.
Now let's get you one more here. Hopefully one that should not be a rank outsider. Again, part of the life of a catch driver is kind of on-the-job training. You get one in the 4th race, Mariah Dancer, who's been down in Pennsylvania, but comes off a Philly win last time. Shows up here as a 3rd-time Lasix. Any previous knowledge of this young lady at all?
I don't really know this horse much. And again, 7-hole is tough. In the France races, it's hard enough with 8 horses, and then you add the trailers, and it's really tough.
To come back having to go the added distance as opposed to the flat mile, so you go on the 1.25 miles off the 5 weeks, is that a concern for you as a driver?
Not really. We do this 5 nights a week or so all year, so the layoff maybe freshen us up a little bit.
Okay, but as far as the animal asking for the extra 1/4 mile?
Yeah, but at the same time, we go a little slower to the quarter pole. You don't see very many 27-second quarters, so it kind of works itself out, I think.
Jordan Stratton, best of luck Sunday, and best of luck throughout the season.
Thanks, Frank.
You got it. We're coming back.